Less talk, more reading of the start lists.
Stop it, you gum flappers. All right, relay 1, Kieran Hesse from Box Hill. And number 2, we have Tim Bryant from Collingwood, Brett Fisk, Invitation, Ben Ludbrook, Eureka. Jack Hyam from Glen Huntly, Jason Clayton, his clubmate from Glen Huntly, Luke McElvena from Essendon, Peter Green from Box Hill, Callum Day from St Kevin's, Darren Diol from Box Hill, Ben Beischer from Old Scotch, Tom McFarlane from Glen Huntly, Jack Thurman, Invitational, Nicholas Blum, Invitational, Jacob Bell, Keeler St Bernards, Nathan Pearce, Western Athletics, Lockie Morehouse, Mentone, Kirk Shanahan, Western Athletics, and to round out the field of 19, Joshua McLeod of Box Hill. So a few Box Hill athletes in this race. As we said earlier in the night's stream, many Box Hill athletes. They've got a big contingent of distance runners and very committed to the Vic Myers Club's events. I think the next one might be at Box Hill. There's one coming up that's at Box Hill, that's for sure.
That's right,
in December.
December the 10th, I believe, will be the date. A bit of a pre-intro, you could say, into the Zatopek.
Yeah, well, that night as well, they've got the lower graded Zatopek events at Essendon. So 10,000 metre events at Essendon on that night, and then you've got the Vic Myers Club over at Box Hill. So Box Hill always producing great results, fast times.
Home of PBs.
Yeah, certainly. It's a great track. We saw, especially in that 3K last year at the White Horse. Classic, plenty of sub-8s.
Oh, of course. How exciting was that? And this heat, our time range is about the 8:45 to 9 minute mark. So 8:45, so that's about 70 seconds per lap average that the athletes will be
exactly
hoping for.
70 second.
Roundabout.
Well done.
That was quick.
Roundabout, or exactly.
Exactly.
It was wildly impressive.
It's easy for us to work out anyway. 1 minute 10, 2 minutes 20, 3 minutes 30 will be our first 3 laps that the athletes will be hoping for.
Got Peter Green there leading at the front. I believe Josh Hesse behind him. So again, they'll be nicely bunched for a while. Find their feet, find their form, find the pace. And figure it out from there. But it's fantastic to see 2 Box Hill athletes at the front.
You're not from Box Hill, are you, Mitch?
No. Definitely don't have the best
That's
interest.
right. We've subtly, or not subtly, plugged our own.
We've done our
own
plugs,
clubs,
yeah.
favourite football teams, former colleges tonight.
Jimmy's name dropping everywhere.
Left, right, and centre. And just wait till they come over to the 100 start. I've got another drop for you all.
I can't wait. 71 seconds through the first 400 there. Peter Green still leading it out. Josh Hesse in second place, and not a lot of movement.
So as they come around to the 100 start, oh, you know what? We can't even quite see it there, but St. Stephen's has got a beautiful little setup on the corner of the track. All the club mates come out to support our fellow athletes, and all athletes, that is, because let's face it, us distance runners are all fighting the same battle. We're all out here trying to race as fast as we can. A little bit of club pride.
A little.
It's all against the clock.
I have been jealous of St Stephen's setup, and it's sort of the only thing that you see when you come to these meets. At Melbourne Uni last year, at Box Hill, they'll have the blow-up couches, the club tent. I think it'd be great if a few clubs had that sort of style set up, even when the weather gets warmer. I don't know, a makeshift ice bath or something. Like, get the full setup going on up there on the hill. I love it, James.
Yeah, it could be
well
all
done
right.
to your club, although I know you had nothing to do with the actual setup itself.
Nope, because I was up here. So 2:24 through the 800. That's bang on 72. So 9 minute pace is currently what we're seeing these athletes go through. They'll want to pick it up just a little bit, which looks to be exactly what they've done. We've seen them string out a little bit more.
Your running maths is impressive. I always tell people I'm not good at maths, I'm just good at running maths.
Yeah, running maths is different when you're training and you got to knock out those 72 second reps, those 70s, those nice round numbers.
Yeah, what's 9 minute 3K? Oh, 72 seconds.
72 is
How do you know
pack.
that? You must be good at maths. No, running maths.
Yeah.
I've got to eat my words here. That's Josh McLeod in second place and 8th place getter at National Cross Country. So he's no stranger to running at distance. As they start to string it out a little bit here, it seems to happen at the same point of every race that this is starting to break up. And another mulleted Scotch athlete is sitting in 4th there. Unbelievable. I've never seen more mullets from Scotch. But as these boys start to get a move on.
Well, as we said, the mullet tonight has been a direct correlation to a top 3, top 4 finish.
I think it has.
In the end. So we will be watching the red uniform and the long hair draping on top of it.
That's right. They will tell you in science, one of the first lessons is correlation is not causation, but perhaps this is the exception. Mullets directly cause fast times. And Nath Pearce has seen a little bit of a break between the packs, and he's not going to have anything to do with a chase pack.
Nathan Pearce.
He's all about the lead pack.
Athletics. Keep an eye on him.
Nath Nation wants all of it. He tucks in there in 5th. And Peter Green keeps the lead.
So great work from Peter Green to do a lot of the early leading. It helps everyone else in the field, but sometimes not them. A bit of a prisoner's dilemma, one might say. If they're not all willing to cooperate, they won't all benefit. And the one person who does the right thing can often be punished.
It's the sacrificial lamb at the front.
Yeah, that's right.
We're still talking about running, yeah? There is a race going on.
We are.
So through 1,600 metres, at least I've noticed, 4:46 odds, so that would lend itself to about an 8:50 3K finish, depending on the finishing speed of these front athletes, particularly the athlete in 4th place from Scotch with the mullet.
Yeah, so we've seen him pick it up a little bit over these last couple of laps. Jason Clayton is the athlete in the blue singlet of Glenn Huntley, who's been sitting very nicely just in 3rd position.
Josh McLeod takes over now.
So McLeod over leading.
Is that Lockie Morehouse who is leading that next pack? Nathan Pearce has kind of found himself in no man's land in between. So Morehouse from Mentone leading that second bunch. And as we said, it's been sort of sit and kick night a little bit, and keep your eye on deeper in the field, although those out in front are stretching out that lead bit by bit.
Yeah, I reckon the mullet of Ben Baisha could certainly pay off.
He's got the big mullet energy.
He's moved himself into 2nd position. He's seen the gap that McLeod's starting just to get over them, and he's not having anything to do with being caught behind.
And McLeod, he wants it all here. He said, give me the front, give me the spotlights. But the mullet power, you really can't look over it.
Yeah, that's it. Baisha's quickly moved up. It'll be interesting to see if he just sits behind or if he keeps going and goes around. If he sits behind, I think that's probably the smart decision to do at this point. With 2 laps to go, you'd still want to have a little bit in the tank.
6:27 there with 2 laps to go. McLeod, he's a notable front runner. He's a tough runner. Baisha right on him there. Peter Green, he hasn't gone too far away. Nathan Pearce still leading that chase back there as they all start to work together. But it's heating up at the front. And if you're going to go with the theme of the night and my love for mullets, Baisha looking good.
Yeah, Baisha looking very good at this point, but don't discount Clayton. He's now just edged himself into 3rd position, and he's probably got a little bit of a sniff at the finish line as they approach the 600 to go mark. Nathan Pearce working hard of that chase pack to get back on. And I'll tell you what, if he can get a sniff over this last 400,
he hasn't given up.
He'll be dangerous.
So that was a bit over 7 minutes going through the 1,600. So yeah, still about that 8:50 mark that the leaders will hit. But it all depends on this last hot 400 metre lap. Let's see what the boys can do.
Yeah, they'll certainly be under that 8:50 mark. I expect a bit of an explosion as we come into this last lap. That explosion likely to come from Baisha.
Here he goes.
And almost on cue, but McLeod trying hard to hold him on the outside. He's giving him a little bit of a push as he comes around. Clayton working strong, one of our unattached athletes in the box, in the Brooks singlet.
Bit hard to tell exactly who that is.
And this pack is absolutely making up the distance. Baisha, he's going to put his foot down and put the pedal to the metal But the unattached athlete here, he's picking up the ground and he's seeing who can come along with him. And as I say that, Nathan Pearce is not going anywhere. So these front two athletes have done a lot of the work. But the boys at the back, they're picking him up and they're picking him off hot. Nathan Pearce, he is moving. He is flying with 200 metres to go. The unattached athlete now rounds them both. The mullet man and Baisha now moves back. And Nathan Pearce, he wants all of the attack. And he says, what you've got, I've got better. But he's starting to put a bit of distance into him here, the unattached athlete.
So that's Nicholas Blum, who's
Might run
leading.
away with
Nate's
it.
tried real hard. He's very strong, but he maybe just left it a little bit too late. Nicholas Blum has had a fantastic run, 8:46. Woof. And a big sea of athletes, Clayton, Baisha, Pearce, McLeod, all coming through on that 9:45 to 9:50 mark.
Which would be PBs for a big chunk of the boys.
To 8:50.
So almost the whole crowd there in under that 9-minute mark. Not much separating the entire field.
Just perfectly timed their race from Blum. And he looked too strong in the end, but Nathan Pearce, wow. Is he back?
Yeah, good run.
Getting
from
back.